Hey everybody, how you doing? How's it going? Bruce here. What do you think? I can't fit these now. These I can fit, but not these. How's it going? I thought I'd show you my Speedos today because it's not Speedo weather. It is not Speedo weather here in Creston, British Columbia. Welcome to the Monday, January the 20th, 2020 live show with Traveling with Bruce. Bruce here in Creston, British Columbia. Welcome one, welcome all. I hope you had a great weekend this weekend. Here in Creston, we are, I'm not complaining about the weather. If it sounds like I'm complaining about the weather, I apologize because I'm really not complaining about the weather around here. We are, we got off lightly. I mean, really lightly here. Where I'm located, just 3 miles north of the U.S. border, just north of Idaho in Creston, BC. We generally get air from Seattle, Vancouver, Oregon, Washington State, and British Columbia. We get these Pacific systems that usually come through here, but every once in a while, we get a little bit of an Arctic mix and things cool off, and it can happen that Arctic air can work its way all the way over to the Pacific coast, but it's not often. But we did get some snow last week. We got a good foot or so, and it was a winter wonderland around here 3 days ago. It was beautiful. If you've never been here before, you're not from around these parts, oh, you just think this is incredible. If you're from around these parts, we kind of go, yeah, we see it all the time. We'd rather have warmer weather than colder weather. Anyway, we got off lightly. We did get a bit of cool air, but not too much. Got some snow, but now we have broken the freezing barrier. And today we hit 35, 36 degrees. Tomorrow we hit 38. And for the rest of the week, we're into the mid 40s. We are going to be in a slush fest around here. But my friends in Eastern Canada, and those of you who are in Eastern Canada watching me tonight, those of you who are in the in Maine, Vermont, New York, Massachusetts, out in the beautiful Northeast, New England area. If you got a bunch of snow, I feel for you. I know my friends in Newfoundland, way out east, they got hit big time. And I don't know how many of you folks have seen the news stories or not about how Newfoundland just got whacked with something like, what did they say, 70 centimeters, so like 5 feet of snow. Unbelievable. I consider myself extremely fortunate to not have had to deal with anything like that. Like I said, we did get about 1.5 feet of snow, but nothing like that at all. And now it's melting here. Out there, it's not melting. They're going to probably get more of it. Yeah, it's winter. It's January. Welcome. And what can I say? Welcome to the channel. I love talking generally about cruise ships, not necessarily winter weather, but boy, I would love to be on a cruise ship right now with this kind of weather here. Oh my gosh. But welcome to the show, Traveling with Bruce. This channel, we love to talk about cruise ships. I like to do cruise ship updates, give you news on what's going on, answer any questions that you might have about what's happening on cruise ships, anything you need to know. And we're getting ready to start group cruising. We are going to be on a group cruise, this channel, this December. This is my group cruise T-shirt here, December the 6th, I believe it says, till the 13th, 2020. We're going to be on the Harmony of the Seas right here, and we're going to be enjoying ourselves out of Port Canaveral, and I am very much looking forward to that. We're going to be right here. Here's the ship we're going to be on, the Harmony of the Seas. 1,100 plus feet long, second largest ship in the world. Here's another angle of her right here. And we're going to be going to Coco Cay, Then we're going to go a day at sea. We're going to work our way down to St. Kitts. Then we're going to be in St. Thomas, or St. Thomas, St. Kitts, I should say. And then a couple of days at sea, working our way back to Port Canaveral. This is going to be a wonderful cruise right after the end of, well after the end of hurricane season. Calm weather, generally speaking. Quite looking forward to it. And I think we're going to have, I know we're going to have a really good time. Here's one of the decks of the ship itself with all the water slides and the pools and you name it. Here's a shot of Coco Cay that is becoming quite popular. It's a big hit with the cruisers, Royal Caribbean, and they keep making little improvements here and there, and it's getting better all the time. If any of you folks want to get a souvenir item, if you're thinking of joining us, you can get one of these souvenir items right here, just like I got my shirt. There's tote bags available, T-shirts, sweatshirts, coffee mugs, you name it. It just never ends. And please come and join us, and we're going to have some fun here. You can look behind this ship. That's a Holland America cruise ship. That's probably a 900-footer, and here is the Harmony of the Seas. See how big it is, especially how much wider it is. Unbelievable, these behemoths of the seas. Fantastic. So yes, please come and join me. And Jennifer, if you want to see what my wife Jennifer looks like, my wife's real name is not Jennifer. Those of you who don't know that, she does not appear on camera, and we don't use her real name around here. So we name her after Jennifer Aniston, because I always tell her, to me, you look like just like Jennifer Aniston. You're just a knockout. And that's kept me alive for going on 65 years now, and all is well. But if you want to see what Jennifer actually looks like, and you want to really learn what her real name is and what she's really like, this group cruise is for you. You'll get a chance to, well, you can watch her beat me up. It's just incredible. I'm not the boss, you know. I'm just the talent. I'm just the on-air talent. I'm not the boss of this house. I'm just the on-air talent. There you go. I'll say hi to a few folks who are here. If you want to get a shout out, say hi to me. Tell me where you're watching me from. I'd love to hear from you. I have some cruise news for you today. I've got some trivia for you today. We'll do some little trivia here a little bit. So I'm looking forward to hitting you up with some of these trivia questions, see how you guys do on that stuff. It's always a good time, I think. And then we'll kind of go from there. 38,300 subscribers on this channel right now. Unbelievable. I want to say one quick thing before I start the show, because I like to say hi to all of you guys, subscribers. As a YouTuber, if you don't know, I don't know how you couldn't know. If you're not a YouTuber yourself, I have to tell you that being a YouTuber is something I've wanted to do for a while. I've been doing it now for 2.5 years. I really enjoy it, but you get to meet a whole bunch of people, and as the months have gone by and the subscriber counts have gone up, and we're almost hitting 10 million views. So I think we're only about 10,000 views away from 10 million views. Might do that tomorrow, by the way. I have become to beginning to know some of my subscribers, whether I see them in person, which I've had the pleasure to do on a couple of cases so far, not very many, but mainly through my Facebook group page. Those of you who don't know, we have a Facebook group page called Traveling with Bruce, spelled with 2 L's. Come on over there, do a search on Facebook, ask to join the group page. I'll let you in. I'm the administrator. A lot of us hang out there between these shows. So I get to meet them there. I get to see them there. I've done direct messaging with people through Facebook. People send me messages through my email, which is down below here in the link. I look forward to meeting you in person on these upcoming cruises I'm going to do, meet and greets and so on. So I just wanted to say that as a YouTuber who has subscribers and a growing subscriber base, it really is emotional. It becomes incredibly emotional. I had no idea how emotional it gets, but I saw something yesterday and again today that really got to me, and I invite you to try to see this for yourself. I don't know if I know I've mentioned this before. I have mentioned a channel out there on YouTube called Kara and Nate. Kara, K-A-R-A, and Nate, N-A-T-E. A young couple. They're about 31, 32 years old. They're from Nashville, Tennessee. They had a goal years ago. They had an objective. When they were in their mid-20s, they wanted to travel. They didn't want to be stuck in an office working all the time. and they wanted to travel as much as they could, and they started saving up points through their credit cards. They became experts at it, absolute experts. And I believe they got up to something like 2 million points, travel points, through their credit cards. They would take offers and sign up for new cards, get these points, bonus points that they would just amass, swap out points for this and points for that. And they built up a huge backlog of travel points. And about 4 years ago, they started to travel around the world. They wanted to travel on cheap flights, cheap accommodations, to see 100 countries as soon as possible. They want to visit 100 countries. And they were YouTubers. They thought they would go on social media, and they would be on Instagram and Facebook, and see if that they could make some money on social media to help with the expenses to keep going. Well, if you ever seen any of their videos, and I invite you to check their channel out after you watch me today, you ever check them out, you'll see quickly, you watch any of their videos, you'll see quickly why they now have over 1.1 million subscribers in less than 4 years, tens of millions of views, and they work their tails off putting together beautiful quality videos. They really do. Jim Zim, I want to thank him. Jim Zim, YouTuber, put me onto these folks. He told me, you got to watch these guys. You want to see a really neat travel channel? Because I was telling Jim Zim how much I loved his channel. He said, watch Kara and Nate. You want to see something really special. So thank you, Jim Zim, for that. Anyway, I wanted to say that they finished their 100th country just a few weeks ago. And they had been planning a 100th country sort of celebration get-together back in Nashville, in their hometown. And with friends, they organized a get-together where they rented a concert hall that held, I think, 800 people. And they put 700 tickets up available, I think, for a nominal fee, nothing seriously expensive, for people to come and join them to celebrate their 100th country. And the first 4 years of this life of theirs that they've created. I'm quite looking forward to seeing what they're going to do next, because I'm sure they're going to keep on traveling. Their response was unbelievable. The subscriber response was overpowering. They had thousands of requests for tickets, only 700 available. They kept 100 back for friends, relatives, and you know, people they knew. They had 800 people in this hallway, this concert hall. And I happened to catch a YouTube video this morning when I was looking up. I was looking up on YouTube this morning a search, Kara and Nate 100 countries kind of thing, because so far Kara and Nate, as of this morning, hadn't uploaded a video yet about this celebration, because it just happened the other day. But a young another YouTuber was there, and he posted a video of the party, and he posted a video of him flying to the event in Nashville, going down to the checking into his hotel, going down to the hall, in line. He was one of the first down there, and got to meet the two of them, and then filmed all kinds of little clips, what was going on all through the show, and then did a sort of a recap at the end of the night in his hotel room to tell us what it was like for him to do this. He had, when I saw his video this morning, he had 190 subscribers. And I think, I'm trying to remember the name of his channel desperately right now. I believe it's Seat 1A. I think that's what he calls himself, Seat 1A. And he had 190 subscribers. And I watched the video, it was about 8 minutes long. I loved it. And I wrote him a little note saying, love your video, keep up the good work. Greetings from the TWB family and all 38,300 of us. I subscribed to his channel, and I looked about an hour ago, and he's at 270 subscribers. Way to go. And he's over 4,000 views now, or 3,000 views on this video of his. It's really doing well, because all these Kara and Nate fans are watching. Anyway, what really got to me was watching Kara and Nate on stage, overwhelmed with the fact that everyone in that audience was a subscriber, loyal viewer of their channel. 800 of 1.1 million. I mean, it's just, you know, they'll never meet them all in one place at the same time. It'll never happen. It's overwhelming. And for me, I cherish the moment that I get to meet many of you for the first time in person. So many of you have been so kind to me and my channel. I just cannot thank you enough for your support and your encouragement. And these group cruises coming up, I am really looking forward to TWB organizing group cruise after group cruise after group cruise, where hopefully I can meet many of you over the years coming up. And also on meet and greets that I'm going to try to organize with these group cruises on land as well. So again, I want to say hi all of you and thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate that you're here watching what I'm doing. Part of my channel. I really appreciate that you're all here. All right, so there you go. Thank you very much. Just saying hi to a few folks here. Persh 805, Ex-Celebrity Cruises is here. How you doing? Welcome, Manual Cake Daddy Pruitt. How you doing, buddy? Welcome. Who else have we got here? Just a quick shout out to a couple of folks, and then we'll get back into the news of the day. Cardival Shell. Hi there. How you doing? Welcome to the show and channel. Ed Tolson Jr. is in the house. Welcome, sir, to the show. I'm glad you're here. Nathan's Boat Reviews and more is in the house as well. Nice to have you here today. Who else have we got here? Names I haven't seen you. John LeBeau is here. How you doing, buddy? Nice to have you here, John. Welcome to the show. Some of these folks you'll notice have their names highlighted in green type. Probably Ed Tolson Jr. would be one of them if I'm not mistaken. No, maybe not. Hi, Ed. How you doing? Just got back from Western Caribbean on the list. Welcome, buddy. I'm glad you're here. Masters Game is here. Let me just double check. Here's one. Peter Heckema. You'll notice his name is in green. He is a sponsor member of my channel. I have a small group of super hardcore viewers who are sponsor members. I would love to welcome any and all of you to become one with these great people. You get to use all kinds of emojis. I do a special show Monday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, just before this show for only sponsor members, and we have a good time hanging out there. If you'd like to become one, find the join button and please join in. Thank you, Peter, for that and being here. He's saying, hi, Bruce. Cool tonight in Tarpon Springs, Florida, but up to 70s tomorrow. Bruce, I just got a notice from FedEx. Your package will arrive tomorrow in Idaho. Hope it arrives in one piece. He's sending me something. I can't wait. I've been watching the announcements from FedEx too, and it's coming. Jim Evans is in the house. How you doing, Jim? 38,000, getting close to 39. Thanks. Way to go, Bruce. Thank you, Jim. We are working on that channel. Tom Henry in the house. Tom, how you doing, buddy? Hello, everybody. Just got back from dinner at Fish Slips. That is the home of the webcam for PTZ TV, Port Canaveral. Fantastic, Tom. Tom Henry has been posting all kinds of videos on the Facebook group page, Traveling with Bruce, that I encourage you to join because he's been filming ships coming in and out of Port Lauderdale last night and all day today. It's just incredible. Love that, Tom. Thank you so much for posting these videos. It's absolutely fantastic. Margie Butcher, hi from Arizona. How you doing, Margie? Nice to have you here. Kay, hi, Bruce from Kentucky. Welcome from the beautiful state of Kentucky. Kirk Brunson, hi, Bruce. TWB family. Kirk from New York is here. Monday Night Football is over for the year, but beer and pizza just is a year-round thing. Right on, Kirk. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you here. Linda Lou is here from Reno. Welcome, Linda Lou. I'm glad you're here. Vida is here. Welcome, Vida. Good evening, everybody. Wes Morrison is here from New Braunfels, Texas. Welcome, buddy. I'm glad you made it to the show tonight. Nice to have you here. $2.04 a gallon for gas down there. What a bargain. You gotta love that. Who else have we got here? Brittany Williams is here. Hi, Brittany Williams. Welcome, Memphis. Nice to have you here. Cool. You're as cold. You're colder than I am. We're 30 right now, and I'm way north of you. So we're definitely getting the Pacific air right now. I'm very appreciative of that for sure. Tom Henry says there's a rocket launch tomorrow around 11:30, he says, from Cape Canaveral. He's leaving, I think, on a cruise on Thursday from down there. Fantastic. Dan Wolf is here. Welcome, Dan Wolf. Cold here in Myrtle Beach, he's saying. Welcome, sir. Who else have we got here? Lawrence Lundquist is here. Hi, Bruce from Houston, Texas, going to Liberty of the Seas in 5 days from Galveston. Fantastic. Santonio's here. Hi, Bruce. Santonio, welcome to the show. Spikers. Crazy Cruisers, how you guys doing? Welcome to my channel today. Who else have we got going here? I'm just looking for names I don't see already. John Lemon, I see. Hello, Bruce. Bremit, not Speedo weather here in Ontario, Canada either. Laughing out loud. I hear you there, Bremit. It's not Speedo weather here either. I can look at them, but I can't put them on. One of them I can't fit into. You know, no matter what. Ex-Celebrity is in the house. Hello, Bruce. How you doing there, pal? Party Rock King 23. Hello, how you doing, man?
Brittany and take her to Disney. Hi, Bruce. I'm super close to being fully packed in terms of clothing. I'll be taking with me to Disney College, which starts in 2 weeks. Good luck, Brittany. Way to go. I know you're dying for that to start. Fantastic. Manual Cake Daddy, hey, Bruce and family from Dallas. It's 47 gas 201 at Sam's Club. 25 days until my second time on the Carnival Vista. You're going to have a good time on the Carnival Vista. Nice ship. Lots of things to do. And those burgers, they got the burgers on there. You're going to love that. Let's see. Any more folks? Oh, Ed, Rob Slevin, sponsor member. Welcome, Rob Slevin. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being a sponsor member of my channel. Facebook user, Biscuit Sexy Fashion. Hello from 77 degrees in Phoenix. I think that's Mr. Lucas. I believe that's Randy Lucas or Ms. Lucas. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the channel and the show tonight from my Facebook link. If those of you who are watching me on Facebook, say hi to me as well, but tell me your name because it only says Facebook user. It doesn't say who it is, but thank you for being here. I love it. Sandra Van Buren is here. Hey, from Murray, Kentucky, 25 here. Feels like 16. I'm moving to warm weather. I hear you, but you'll warm up faster than we warm up. I'll tell you that. Chili Falls is in the house. How you doing, buddy? Fellow YouTuber. How you doing, Chili Falls? Welcome from Forest, Virginia, my man. Hope you're having a good one out there. Stay warm, buddy. Susan R., good luck. Brittany, take your dude Disney. Thank you, Susan R. Who else? Beard, who's that? Beard Jew is here, 5 inches, upstate New York. What a name, what a handle. Welcome from upstate New York. Who else have we got here? Party Rock King again. Lawrence Lundquist, welcome. Dropping to 30s in Houston, he's saying. And Rob, looking forward to Harmony of Seas 2020 on the TWB Group Cruise. Boy, am I looking forward to that. Folks, we're going to have a great time. I hope you can join us. I think we're going to really enjoy ourselves. If you want to join us, contact our friends at Ambrin Travel. They will take care of all of your booking needs. They are our official travel agent for the group cruise. Here's their contact info. You can talk to Caitlin, Carrie, or Laura. Dial that number right there. It's exclusive for TWB followers. Whether you're a subscriber or not, doesn't matter. Just give them a shout, and they will handle your reservation for the group cruise or any cruise you want to take or any holiday you want to take. You want to go to Disneyland? You want to go to see Universal Studios in Orlando? You want to talk, I think, to Carrie or Laura. They'll take care of you, Caitlin, too. They know their stuff. You'll be dealing with human beings, not robots, and they can set you up with accommodations, tickets to these parks, any cruise you want to go on, or our group cruise. Check them out. I think you're going to have a great time, and they will take good care of you. A number of my viewers have already used Ambrin Travel, and they've reported back to me. Happy, 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 happy service with a smile. I can't thank them enough. Fantastic. Thank you, Ambrin Travel and everybody else. All right, let's see. Any more comments? Let's see. Anybody else I'm missing? I want to get into the news of the day. Peter Heckema is saying, Bruce, we found that once you experience an Oasis-class ship, it's really difficult to go back to an ordinary-sized ship. It is so large, you will not even notice the quantity or quality of people, the quantity of people on board, I suspect, because it's such a big ship. I believe it. I hear you there. Vicky Hart. Hi, Vicky. Welcome. Sponsor member. Peter Heckema, sponsor member. Britt Holloway, didn't care for the Oasis class, too big for me. It's not for everybody. Billy Farron, good evening, Bruce. Good evening, TWB family. Coming to you from Newman, Georgia tonight. Welcome, Billy. I know you're working hard on the road. Nice to have you here, buddy. I'm glad you could make it. Rob Slevin throwing up some of those emojis. Todd Schoen is here. Welcome from Oregon. Megan Frost. Hey, Masters Game. And Peter Heckema is asking, folks, give Bruce a thumbs up tonight. Thank you, everybody. Anyone that does, I appreciate the thumbs up very much. I'm watching you from Virginia, says Matthew. Welcome, Matthew. I'm glad you made it. Blaine, hey, everybody. It's been a while. Just want to say hey and hey to Linda Lou, Spikers, Crazy Cruisers. Welcome, Blaine, 2007. Dan Wolf in the house. Don't like how the Oasis ships moved the Diamond Club from where the dessert restaurant is down to a windowless room next to the comedy club. Yeah, you know, they do make these changes, Dan. I don't know the thinking. It's just the way these guys operate sometimes. Luana, hi from, what is this? From Wyoming. 4 below, 3 feet of snow. Talk about a warm cruise tonight, please. There you go. See what I can do. Linda Stover, hi from Alvin, Texas. Linda, welcome to my channel and show tonight from beautiful Alvin, Texas. Fantastic people in Texas. Absolutely fabulous. Dragan is also here. Deegan, what's up, peeps? Deegan, how you doing? James Townsend, hello from New Jersey. Welcome from NJ. Cruise with us. Well, howdy, everybody. Howdy, TWB guys. Cruise with us. Welcome. And Bremit is asking, is there a solo cruiser option for your group cruise, or would I have to pay the single supplement? Contact Ambren Travel. They will talk to you about single cruising. What they're doing is they're taking lists of names. They might be able to team you up, or they'll help you with single cruising booking, and they'll give you all the details. They're the pros at this. It's worth a shot to give them a shout, and they'll take care of you. Okay. You can also visit the web page for Ambren, which I'll just pop up here if I see it here, right here. Head over to ambrentravel.com. And there's a link right into Traveling with Bruce for the group cruise. They've got a list of all the cruises that they're working on, including my group cruise. And from there, you'll get all the details for the generality of the cruise. And there's a form you can fill in. If you just want to click in a form, fill in the blanks on the form, send it in, they'll contact you, and then they'll try to help you out with your needs for single supplement or whatever you need, however you're going to make the cruise. So there you go. Okay. Fantastic. All right, let me move on back to my comments. Here we go. Any more newbies? Britt Holloway, hi. I want Jim Zim to narrate my life. He has the coolest voice. He has a great voice, doesn't he? Jim B is here. I agree, Britt Holloway. Thank you, Jim, for being here. Ed Tolleson, I want to personally thank everyone that gave me advice for my first cruise. My cruise was way better because of the tips I was given. The bliss was wonderful. Ed Tolleson got so many folks from this channel. Talk to him with advice on how to make the cruise perfect. And there you go. That is fantastic. Sylvan Forrest, hi, Bruce and everybody. Hit subscribe, notifications, hit thumbs up, share this channel, and consider becoming a sponsor of TWB. Thank you, Sylvan, so much. Cindy Bridges, how are you? Welcome. Gaming Text, hey guys, I managed to stay up for this. Cruising the World with Jackie, 327 now. Welcome, Cruising the World with Jackie. That's how many subs he has now. That's fantastic. Carved Shell, hello Bruce, nice to see you again. A quick question, do you happen to know if Cunard Line is building a new ship? Yes, they are. They've ordered, I think, 2 or 3 new ships. First one is being built now, I think 2022. It comes out, not next year, but the year after. It's on its way. Yes. Dan Wolf, watching from Myrtle Beach. Welcome from North Myrtle Beach, Dan, to the show. Patricia Williams, hey Bruce, what do you know about the Brothers Cruise Travel Agent? I don't know anything about the Brothers Cruise Travel Agent. I use Ambren. Cruising the World with Jackie. Thank you. Who else have we got? Blaine saying hello. Let me double check. Soulful Music. Hi all. Kara and Nate is the name of their channel. That is great. Kara and Nate is the name of their channel. They are wonderful. They're absolutely wonderful. If I ever get to meet them, I'd lose it. I'd love to meet those two. Cindy Whitehair, the nice thing about working alone tonight, get to listen to TWB. Thank you, Cindy, for your very kind words. Deegan Abers, I have a question. Is there an update on Disney's new ship, Carnival Mardi Gras? Well, the Carnival Mardi Gras is well underway. She'll be floated out this week. She just got her funnel put on her. Disney has a new ship coming. It's under construction for 2022, I think. So there's new ships coming from everybody. Sean is in the house. Hello, everybody. Hey, Sean, how you doing? And who else have we got here? Let me just double check. Debbie Emanuel is in the house. Sponsor member. Hi, Debbie. Hope everyone is well. Thank you, Debbie, for being here and being a sponsor member of my channel. Thank you for being part of the club. I love it. Who else have we got here? Gaming Text, can't wait for trivia. That'll be coming shortly. I want to get into the news of the day. I'm just double checking for any other folks I have missed here. James Townsend, I've been on several cruises out of Fort Lauderdale. Bruce, thank you for all the hard work. You deserve an award for your content. It's Jason. Thank you, Jason, so much for those kind words. I appreciate that. Sorry, folks, I'm just skipping over here. Something, just double check to make sure I'm not missing anything. Here we go. Michelle Pros, good evening, Bruce. 32 in Southwest Missouri. Who else have I got? Bob from Hobart, Indiana, on Facebook, watching me on Facebook Live, streaming right now on both systems. Thank you, Bob, for being here tonight. This is great. Bob Fant, good evening, everybody. Let's see here. Any questions you have about the group cruise, contact our friends at Ambrin Travel. Fitzroy Phillip, hi, everybody. Hey, Fitzroy, how you doing? Luana is saying Caribbean Princess, June 20, coming up. Fantastic. Sylvan, 321 days until the group cruise. Thank you, sir, for that. Michelle, at the club treating our cruise on the Ice of the Seas in April. Lots of stairs to climb in that ship. Right on. Bob, Billy Farron is saying, question. I have a question. Why do they say ships list? Why don't they just say lean where does the word list come from? I'm not a naval engineer and expert in that regard. I've been corrected many a time when I say the ship was leaning over. People jump on me going, it was listing. It was listing. There's a reason for it. There's an official answer, but I don't have it. One of my viewers might. Hey, Bruce, remember me? William Spencer. Welcome, William Spencer. It's probably been a while. Donnell is in the house. Welcome, Donnell, to the show. Nice to have you here. Just one second, folks. I'm just double checking. Here we go. Getting my phone working properly. There we go. Welcome, Donnell from Cork, Ireland. I know it's late for you. Nice to have you here tonight. Ron Sablehouse is in the house. Welcome, Ron. I'm glad to see you here tonight. That car guy is here. What do you prefer, Carnival or Disney? I haven't been on either ship. They're totally different cruise lines. Disney, very expensive, but 5.5 star. Carnival, very affordable, 4.5 stars. Carnival has their older ships from the late 90s. Then they have their ships from the 2000s. And now they're bringing out brand new cruise ships like the Panorama, the Horizon, and soon the Mardi Gras. That cruise line keeps evolving, so things are changing, but both are really different in size, style, and pricing. So you can't compare one to the other. It's not a fair fight, but both have their followers, no question about it. Fitzroy, we need some cruise ships in beautiful Grenada, Spice Island. Who else? Anne Adela Quilla, hello from Dix Hills, Long Island. Was on the allure of the seas in October. Grand Suite. I loved it. Coco Cay was the best idea our Royal Caribbean has ever had. I love the island. Fantastic. And thank you for that comment. I hear good things about the island. I've had people who've been skeptical about Coco Cay, but yeah, I think it's a good move for that cruise line. They are building it into their cruise itineraries for the Caribbean, and it's working out for most people very, very well. AL is here, Washington, D.C. in the house. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Ben Tran, what is the best place to stay in Bayonne? I stayed at a hotel near the airport when I flew in, but I don't know right in downtown Bayonne. You might want to do an Expedia search for hotels and use the map feature to kind of figure it out and see what you can find. And Delacroix booked the Odyssey of the Seas 2021. So excited. Fantastic. Sylvan Forest, I'm still looking for a cabin mate on the December group cruise. If you're looking for a cabin mate, if you're a solo traveler, Sylvan is a solo traveler looking for a cabin mate. Hook up with Sylvan, touch base, and you guys can figure it out. That would be fantastic. Sylvan is going to be on the cruise. Who else have we got? Andrew Cavite. Hi, Bruce. I have 63 or 62 days until my first cruise on the Norwegian Joy, leaving out of San Pedro in March 22nd, 2020. Going to be Mexican Riviera cruise. Fantastic, my friend. Andrew, you're going to have lots to see on this ship. It's a big ship. It's like the Bliss. You've got that observation deck at the front of the ship to check out. You've got all the different restaurants to check out, of course. You've got the go-kart track at the back. Oh, man, you're going to have a blast. It's going to be great. Who else have we got here? Just looking at the last of my contacts before I get into my news. Ben Tran, what? I don't know. And Bob Fan, Mike Smith, I'm in Spring Hill. Yes, it's chilly, but it's still Florida right now. All right, welcome all of you guys. Let's go into the news of the day. Cruise ship news. How do I sign up for the group cruise? Noah Lemon wants to know. Go to my description down below. Go to Ambrin Travel. There's a link there, and you can check it out. Everything you need to know. Contact them. They will take good care of you. All right. I did a video today, first video in like 4 days, about the MSC cruise line. MSC announced today that they have signed an order for 2 more additional world-class cruise ships. This is a class of ships that they've already got 2 going, the one being built right now. Second one will be built right behind it. The first one will be out in 2022. The second one probably 2024, a year and a half later, then 2025 and 2027 for these last two, I think. These ships are going to basically be the, as a collection, the second largest grouping of cruise ships. The Oasis class from Royal Caribbean are the largest cruise ships at sea now. The Symphony of the Seas, Harmony of the Seas, Oasis of the Seas, and Allure of the Seas. Those four ships right now are the four Oasis class ships that Royal Caribbean has. They are the largest ships in the world. Two more are coming from Royal Caribbean. I think the one is called the Wonder of the Seas, which will be deployed to China. And then there'll be a sixth version of the Oasis class coming out in about 3 years from now. And I think that's the final one. At MSC, world-class ships, that class of ships, are 205,000 gross tons, which compares to 220-odd thousand tons for the Oasis class. So they're within 10% of the size of the Oasis ships. They're talking about handling 5,264 passengers at double occupancy. I would bet that with children on board and people sharing cabins, getting into 4 people a cabin, they could probably get up to 6,500, 7,000 passengers per cruise. LNG powered, these 4 ships are, which I'm really glad to see. And in total right now, MSC has right now 12 cruise ships on order. In total, 12 more on top of what the 15 they got now. They're going to become the 3rd largest cruise line. They will pass Norwegian in capacity and ships. They are right now committing over $8 billion to these new ships, and they have deep pockets, very deep pockets. The company, MSC, is privately held out of Switzerland, and they own the MSC Container Ship Company, which is much larger than the MSC Cruise Line Company. The MSC Container Ship Company has 530 offices around the world. They're the 2nd largest container ship mover in the world. They have hundreds and hundreds of ships in the container ship area, and they've been around a long time. So the cruise line has deep, deep pockets from the parent company to keep on growing. They have no trouble ordering up ships. I think the problem they have is they can't build them fast enough. The cruise cruise yards where the ships are built, they're going full out. They're going absolutely full out. They're booked 5 years in advance, 8 years in advance for ships. And to get a slot is pretty tough if you want to build your own ship from scratch. So yeah, the MSC people are on a fast growth track. They have not yet deployed ships to Australia, New Zealand. They have not yet really deployed ships into Asia yet. So they have a lot of growth in front of them. They're now in the Middle East. They do deploy a few ships in the India, the Dubai, Persian Gulf area, although it's kind of crazy. They're #1 in the Mediterranean. They do Northern Europe. They do now more and more ships in the Caribbean and South America. They definitely do that. The problem with MSC so far for North American cruisers, they have had, in some cases, disastrous type experiences for cruisers, and in other cases, fantastic experiences. I get every comment under the sun about how happy or upset people are with MSC for mainly Caribbean cruises. The big beef among North American viewers and sailors, people who sail, is that they're just saying that MSC doesn't get the North American market. They just don't get it when it comes to how to treat a North American passenger. They're all over the place when it comes to quality of the food, the quantity of the selection on the buffet, the speed of service, the clunky ordering procedure for a drink in a bar. In some cases, the very poor attitude of people at the help desk, because they get nothing but complaints and they've just about had enough. They can't wait for the contracts to end and get the hell off of this boat because they don't want to work for this company anymore, and they're just sick and tired of the complaints from the customers. What are you going to do? So I get those kinds of comments, and then I get the others saying that these people are crazy. These ships are great. Their ships are beautiful. The staff is fantastic. The food is unbelievable. The entertainment's to die for. So I get both from one and the other, and I can't guarantee you what your experience is going to be like when you go on the MSC Seaside or the Meraviglia or the Harmonia. I've had a lot of people say, though, they love the Harmonia. The Harmonia cruise ship, people really like it. It's moving from Miami later this year to Tampa, and it has a very loyal following. But the Harmonia is what I call almost an old school cruise ship. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles of the new ones. It's not the size of the new ones. But it is an MSC ship, and people who've been on the Harmonia have been on it more than once. Many have been on it more than once. The Seaside, I get both, good and bad. Meraviglia, good and bad. It's just all over the place. In any event, these world-class ships is MSC's attempt to get into the mega cruise ship business with the big cruise ships. And it'll be interesting to see if they are going to bring one over to Miami. Are they going to work one out of Miami or out of Fort Lauderdale going forward? MSC is building 2 terminal buildings, I believe, in Miami for big money, and they are going to be around forever. They're not going away. They will figure it out. They will figure out the North American cruising tastes and needs and desires that we have, the style that we like. They will get it, but I have to say, they seem to me to be very European in their thinking of trying to offer cruise services in a European way. And if for some people it's charming and enjoyable, and others it's infuriating and incredibly frustrating. So that's the story on MSC. I can't give you more than that. I got a little more stories for you here, but let me just double check on any other comments. Let's see here. Noah, 223 days until my Norwegian breakaway. Fantastic. 6 days. William saying 6 days until Carnival Imagination in Ensenada. Ben Tran, 192 days until Oasis of the Seas. Fantastic. Let's see here. Who else have we got here? Any more comments from anyone else that I haven't seen yet? Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Going through all of these comments. Sorry, folks. I'm just trying to check up with anyone who's saying hi to me that I haven't seen yet. Brian Han is here on honeymoon on Carnival Horizon this Saturday. Brian, I think you have a good time. That's going to be fantastic. I think you're going to enjoy the ship very much. Noah, aren't they planning to expand Los Angeles cruise port? They're talking about it. They would like to, but I think it's a $500 million budget. They haven't got the money. They're going to have to find the money. We'll have to see. Blaine is saying, congratulations, Brian. Han, been on Horizon myself. You will love it. Yes, sir. I've heard good things. I've heard good things about the ship. And it's Jason says, Bruce, you have a huge Caribbean crowd here. Fantastic. Dan Wolf, 18 days until Symphony of the Seas. That'll be great, Dan. Bob Fan, congratulations, Brian. Okay, let me now move on to the next news item of the day. I read a story last night that I think has been out in some of the publications in the Caribbean, but hasn't really made its way up north that I'm aware of. Maybe some of you know this, maybe some of you, most of you probably don't. But it's basically the storyline goes. It's all about ghost ship payments being made by Royal Caribbean. Now, what does that mean? Give you a little bit of background. Okay. There's a big debate going on right now in the Cayman Islands. The Cayman Islands, if you ever visit the Cayman Islands with a cruise ship, I would recommend you do so. I think you'll enjoy the visit. But you'll find that right now, if you visit the Cayman Islands, you cannot dock. The ship cannot dock at a port in Cayman Islands. The ship basically stops about a quarter mile offshore, drops anchor, and then drops the tenders, her lifeboats. And then from the shore, tenders come from the shore that are permanently stationed in the Cayman Islands, and they come out to the ship and they pick up boatloads of tourists and bring them into the shore. You get off the ship there, and then you're on land and you do your thing. And in the afternoon, you come back to the port in downtown Georgetown, Cayman Islands. You get on a tender and you get taken back to your ship. And once everyone's on board, boom, you're out of here. And it's been that way forever. And I used to live in the Cayman Islands, and every morning, Monday to Friday, I would be commuting to work as an offshore investment guy. And here the ships are sitting there every morning, daylight, they're already there. And the tenders are coming on shore at 7 in the morning, 7:30, 8 till 9 till 10. And then they're all leaving at 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon. They're all heading out. Big political football in the Cayman Islands has been for the last year or so. The government would like to build a giant dock facility to handle cruise ships as large as Oasis class ships from Royal Caribbean. The argument the government is making is that Royal Caribbean has told the government of the Cayman Islands, we are not bringing Oasis class ships to the Cayman Islands and do tendering. We don't tender off the Oasis class ships. The Oasis class ships will only go to ports where there's a dock facility and people can walk off the ship or walk on the ship with the gangplank, with the walkway, okay? And so the government of the Cayman Islands has been trying to sell the notion that we are in trouble. The island, if we don't build this big dock, we're gonna lose all kinds of business, and we don't wanna do that. And the environmentalists for the cruise lines, for the environment down there are going, bunk. There are 400 cruise ships in the water right now. It's only 4 that are Oasis class ships. Only 4. Carnival and Royal Caribbean and Norwegian and MSC and Disney, they're all coming here. All America, Princess, they all come here, and they have anywhere from 1,800 passengers up to 5,000 passengers. Some of these ships, 4,000 passengers, they don't have any problem tendering. They're coming in. Yes, cruise ship captains would prefer to be able to dock the ship, tie it down. Yes. But for the Cayman Islands, this is one of those Caribbean places where you as a passenger, you have to go through a little bit of inconvenience to get onto, but it's worth it because the island is clean, safe, beautiful, wonderful people, lots of stuff to do, and it's generally speaking a very good time. You're safe to walk the streets of downtown Georgetown. No beggars, no one trying to sell you drugs. You're not going to find any prostitutes. It's a whole other world. It is the highest demographic neighborhood in the Caribbean, let's say, and you just don't have the problems like you would have in Jamaica or Nassau or other places that some of you have talked to me about. All right, now, ghost ships. I want to talk about ghost ships. Okay, so while this argument has been going on in the Cayman Islands about the government wanting to build the dock and the population saying we don't think so, and now there's a big referendum coming up and all that, in the meantime, Jamaica, they made a deal. They decided we're going to build a large dock facility in Falmouth. And this dock facility will be able to handle Oasis class ships. And the opposition parties in Jamaica have been questioning the government of Jamaica because they have a parliament there. And the government's been under pressure to reveal a couple of interesting details about the arrangement in Falmouth. And the details that have been coming out in the last couple of weeks are something along the lines of, it is true that the government of Jamaica signed a deal with a contract with Royal Caribbean, cheers by the way, to build the dock facilities in Falmouth, Jamaica, capable of handling Oasis class ships, and that Royal Caribbean guaranteed a certain number of tourists would use the port facility in Falmouth, no matter what. So that the government of Jamaica, putting out this money to build this facility, would be paid back from port usage fees. It's come out that in the last several months, there haven't been very many Oasis class ships visiting Falmouth, Jamaica. Far fewer than planned, far fewer than thought, and less than the number required under the contract. And Royal Caribbean has actually been writing checks, payments to the Jamaican government to pay them for the fact that they're not bringing tourists to Falmouth. We should have brought an Oasis class ship this week. We didn't bring one. Here's a check for 6,000 people that didn't get off the ship. This has been going on for months, and it's been quite often. And the opposition party is saying, hey, what's the deal here? Why are we accepting money from Royal Caribbean for a head fee. They're not even bringing the tourists. They're supposed to have 6,000 people get off the ship and go on tours. We have all these bus drivers, we have all these cab drivers, we have all these tour operators, we have the beaches, we have the watercraft, we have all the things that they could be doing, all the merchants who want to sell coffee and drinks and T-shirts and keychains and hats, and they're not bringing the people. We're only getting a head tax, which might be $8 a person, $6 a person, $12 a person. It's minuscule. And the government has had to admit in Jamaica, yes, Royal Caribbean has not brought the number of actual human beings to Falmouth as they had indicated, but they are honoring their contract by signing checks equaling the port charges that they would have incurred had they been delivering the ships. Back to the Caymans now. The Cayman Island opposition people are going, aha! You see, even if you build the damn thing, no guarantee they will come. No guarantee they'll come. Why are we building a $200 million dock, breaking up and ripping out beautiful, prestigious, and sensitive coral reefs in front of our facilities, ripping out coral reefs where we have scuba diving going on, all kinds of tourism from that, all kinds of fish and wildlife. We're going to blow all that out, pour a bunch of concrete pilings in here, and then have these massive ships come in and out of here with their bow thrusters. When they leave the port, they're going to be blowing the water out of the side to get off the port, and then porting on the propellers to get out of there. All the muck gets thrown up, all the debris gets thrown up, and it goes for miles. I mean, the silt goes out for hours. The opposition is going, we don't need that damn dock in the Cayman Islands. They're not gonna, there's no guarantee they're gonna bring the passengers. What's the point of it? Why don't we just keep it as it is with the tendering process offshore and let them bring it in? Keep in mind that back in 1998, 99, and 2000, when I lived in the Cayman Islands, there were about 1.2 million passengers a year coming to the Cayman Islands with tendering. Today, in 2020, the number fluctuates between 1.7 million and 2 million passengers a year from tenders. That's the number now for the Cayman Islands. St. Thomas has 1.7 million. Saint Martin is around 2 million. Nassau has more. They have about 3 million. But they have a dock facility in the downtown core. But do you want to get off the ship in downtown Nassau? A lot of people don't. The Cayman Islands, in my opinion, they should not build that dock at all. They should just limit the number of ships that can come in. They should tell the cruise lines, no, you can't bring an Oasis class ship here. We don't want one. We don't want 6,000 per ship. We're only going to allow 4 ships a day, up to 4,000 people a day max. And most days we'll have 8,000 to 10,000 people a day. That's it. And we're going to double the fee to use this harbor of ours with tendering. We're going to double it. We'll double the charge and bring in half the number of people. We'll make just as much money on the port thing, and our downtown core won't be drowning in tourists all over the place all the time. And our rush hour will be a lot more controlled. Just me and I'm an ex-Caymanian, not that I was ever a Caymanian national, talking about what it was like living there. And I'll tell you, if they put that port in there, the dock, and they go up to what they want, 3 million passengers a year. 3 million. You think about that on a holiday that you're going to go on, Cayman isn't going to be fun anymore. Now you're one of 3 million people a year coming to the port. Downtown is going to be mayhem. The streets all in and out of downtown, gridlock. They have 2-lane roadways. This is an island of 40,000, 50,000 people. It's a tiny place. They can't handle this kind of traffic. 3 million people a year on cruise ships would be a disaster. So anyway, I hope they don't do it. I would rather they cut back the number of people and just charge more for the privilege of being there to keep it special, because it won't be special once they put that in there. Okay, that's story number 2. Story number 3, Viking Cruise Line. I did a story the other day about Viking Cruise Line. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Viking Cruise Line has Viking River Cruises. They have Viking Ocean Cruises. And now they're doing this. Viking Expedition ships. Absolutely stunning. I think this is going to be a huge home run for Viking. This is a ship that is not as small as a river ship that they have in Europe or China, and it's not as large as the 935 passenger ships they have in the oceans right now. This ship will hold 345 passengers, approximately 346, something like that. And it has 170 rooms, maybe something like that, 170 rooms on what you can look there, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decks, maybe 6 decks. But the ship is large enough to have a spa, swimming pool, indoor and outdoor swimming pools, restaurants, and a viewing auditorium. And they also have this. Look at this little feature right here at the back of the ship. Just 1 second, folks. I got to get rid of one little message. It's in the way. Let me see if I can do this. Sorry, folks. 1 minute. There we go. Boy, let me get that off of there. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. All right, there's the photo that I want you to see. Look at that photo. They have an indoor marina inside the back of the ship, and you get onto into the Zodiac, and they roll it down the rollers into the water. And the same on the way back. You just run up the rollers when you're done, and you get pulled in. I think this is absolutely fantastic. These ships have been designed for Arctic and Antarctic cruising, because the hull is a reinforced icebreaker hull, Class 6, and they are going to sail in the Great Lakes, all 5 Great Lakes in North America. So there are going to be cruises leaving from New York City, working their way through the St. Lawrence, past Montreal, Quebec, into Toronto. There'll be cruises from Toronto towards Chicago, Milwaukee, Thunder Bay, Duluth. There are all kinds of cities along the Great Lakes that are chomping at the bit for this ship. This is the first of 2, by the way, being built by Viking. They're waiting for these ships to come into the Great Lakes and ply the waters and bring tourist dollars into these regions. I think personally, the Great Lakes cruises will be sellouts, because there are no modern cruise ships of this caliber available on any of the Great Lakes at this point in time. All the ships in the Great Lakes that you can go on now are older, 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old ships. They've been maintained and they're in good running order, but they're not like this. We're talking Wi-Fi. We're talking unlimited, no specialty dining at all. We're talking beer and wine included for lunch and dinner. We're talking about onboard specialists for these Arctic and Antarctic cruises with regard to scientific research. We're talking about professional photographers on board the ship to show you how to be a better photographer when you go off on the shore excursions. This is really going to be something. These expedition cruises are turning the cruising world to a different direction. And our parents and our grandparents never had an opportunity to do anything like this. They're bringing kayaks on board and a submarine, of course submersible, a submarine capable of handling 6 passengers at a time along with the operator. Pretty cool stuff. You can probably see at the very back of the ship here, there's a little hatch that's open on the side of the ship, right at the very back. That's where the submarine comes and goes from. That should be pretty spectacular. So there you go. Viking Expedition coming up. I did a video on this just a few days ago. If you get a chance, check it out. Let me know what you think. Some really cool pictures of the interior of the ship and the different amenities and some of the cabin styles. Really, really cool. All right, the other news I have for you came out. I did mention this a little earlier about MSC. This is that world-class ship I was telling you about. That's what the MSC world-class ship is going to look like, with that front nose, which seems to be the new kind of style that's coming out. Capable of, like I said, holding 5,264 passengers. Here's a picture of a model inside a glass case, and you can get a bit of a look there of kind of what it'll look like and how it's designed. These are massive. Probably going to be 1,100 feet long, probably be 200 plus feet wide. And like I said, 205,000, I believe, gross tons is what they're referring to this ship. Quite stunning. Going to be interesting to see when these come out in the next few years. Lots of changes, lots of things happening. All right, so there's the news of the day. One more piece of news. One last piece. Bed bugs. Got to talk about bed bugs. I did a video a few days ago about Princess Cruise Lines. There was a story out in the media about a Hollywood actress who has taken Princess Cruise Lines to court, suing them for $75,000. She and her husband were on a Princess cruise to Mexico, and they claim that they encountered bed bugs in their suite. I don't know the name of the ship. There are two ships, and I haven't been able to determine exactly which ship, so I'm just saying it's one of them. I don't know where the bed bugs came from. Were they on the ship when they got there? Did this couple happen to bring bed bugs with them? I don't know. I know that cruise ships are diligent when it comes to this kind of thing. These rooms that we stay in, these cabins, the beds are made up for us every day. The sheets are changed out probably every third day. Unless you spill something on your sheet last night, they'll change it out right away. But the bedding on cruise ships is very closely inspected by the cabin stewards. They're constantly being looked after. It would be a stretch to think that bed bugs reside en masse in cruise ships. I just don't buy it. I don't believe it. We would be seeing thousands of stories in the media about this for the last number of years. We don't. This is the first time I've ever seen a story about someone suing a cruise line for bed bug problems. Maybe they ran into bed bugs on this cruise. It can happen, no question. But I have to believe that it's probably more of an aberration, not a normal thing. Anyway, that's the last news story item I have for you for today. Thanks for being here. I want to do some trivia. Are you ready for some trivia? Let's get ready for that. I'm going to double check for any last comments, but I'm going to try to go right to trivia. Donnell is heading to bed because it's 2 a.m. in Cork, Ireland. Buddy, thank you for being here. Thank you for all your support of my channel. Have a wonderful evening, and you take it easy. We'll talk to you again real soon. Everyone else is saying hi to everybody else, which is fantastic. Alrighty, let me set up the trivia questions for this evening. Let's get into that. First thing I need to do is set up my big ass iPad, which is just off camera here. Get it up and ready so that we can hit up the get started with the questions for the night. And I've got the first one almost lined up, ready to go. Here's what we do, folks. We play trivia on Monday night. All you got to do is, if you know the answer to this question, these questions I'm going to give you, these are multiple answer questions. Just send me one correct answer at a time. Don't send me 5 answers at a time. Send me one at a time. And I'll read the first the answer you give me. And if you're wrong, I'll tell you. If you're right, I'll tell you. And if you need hints, I'll give you hints if it's going to get slowed up. And we'll take it from there. These are different topics from A to Z. Let me go to my banner here and put up the first question. Tonight's first question on trivia is, can you tell me the world cities where they have airports at these cities that can fly you nonstop to all 6 continents? What cities in the world, and there are 10 of them, 10 cities in the world where there are airports where you can fly to all 6 continents nonstop from the airport. What airports am I talking about? What cities am I talking about? Bob Fan, he is thinking Paris in France. The answer is not correct. Paris can get you to 5. They have 5 continents, but they cannot get you to Oceania. They can't get you to Australia from Paris direct. Let's see here. Tokyo. Bonnie N is thinking Tokyo. Tokyo has flights to everywhere except South America, not the continent of South America. So Tokyo can't get you that far. Masters game, New York City. That is correct. New York City can fly, for example, Chicago in North America, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Frankfurt, Germany, Cairo, Egypt, Tokyo, Japan, and Honolulu, Oceania. Yes, they can fly you to all 5. We just got Bremnet saying Los Angeles, LAX. LAX is not on this list, believe it or not. I'm trying to figure out why that is, and I'm trying to figure out which one they don't fly to, and it's got to be a South American city, although I can't believe they don't. But LAX is not here. I don't there might be something to this. San Francisco, Debbie Manuel, San Fran. Nope, I don't have Frisco in this quiz. London, Susan R. What about London? Yeah, London in the UK. You can fly, for example, to New York, Sao Paulo, Frankfurt, Cairo, Bangkok, and Perth, Australia, nonstop. Yes, you can. Vancouver, Terry Gallant is thinking Vancouver. Can't fly to South America. I think that's the problem for Vancouver. Atlanta, yes, Atlanta, Georgia. From Atlanta, you go to New York, Sao Paulo, Frankfurt, Lagos, Tokyo, and Honolulu. You can fly all 5 continents. LA, try it again. Margie Butcher, Amsterdam. Nope, I have not got Amsterdam here. Malta, no, I don't have Malta for all 5 continents. Tokyo, we tried already, 5 of 6. Let's see, Paul, we got London, we have Toronto. Brendan thinking Toronto. Yes, Toronto, Canada. You can fly to New York, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Frankfurt, Cairo, Tokyo, and Honolulu. Toronto direct, nonstop, all 5 continents. You can do it. Brittany is thinking, Brittany and Tigger do Disney. Houston, yes, Houston, Texas. You can go from Houston, New York, Sao Paulo, Frankfurt, Lome, Tokyo, and Sydney. Where's Lome? I don't know, South America somewhere? I'm not even sure. It must be. No, it's got to be somewhere else. It's got to be a Oceania place. Or it's got to be, I don't know where that is. Where's Lome? Anybody know? Let's go here. Detroit, Billy Farron, Detroit. No, sir, not Detroit. Atlanta, we've done. Sydney, no, Sydney boasts long flights, yes, to Johannesburg and Santiago, Chile, but nowhere in Europe nonstop. Now that I think is changing soon. This quiz is from October 2019. It's only 3 months old, but there will come a flight. I'm trying to remember if there's a flight being organized now from Sydney to London, nonstop, but I'm not sure. Okay, Dubai. Bob Fan is thinking Dubai. Yes, indeed. You can fly to New York, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Frankfurt, Cairo, Bangkok, and Melbourne, Australia from Dubai. All 6 continents can be done from Dubai. Sean is thinking Boston. Nope, I don't have Boston. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 cities more. Berlin. Nope, Berlin is not on this list. Japan, we've done Tokyo. San Francisco. Nope. YYZ, that would be Toronto. We've done Toronto. Chicago, yes. You can fly from Chicago to New York, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Frankfurt, Germany, Addis Ababa, and Tokyo and Honolulu from Chicago. So yes, you can do Africa, you can do Asia, you can do Oceania, all from Chicago. Paul Bowden, Miami, nope. Shanghai, nope. Sydney, we've tried. United Arab Republic, no. We did Dubai. Neat cities, not countries. Let's see, Beijing, nope. Let's see, Paris, we've tried. Cairo, you cannot do all 6 from Cairo. Munich, in Germany, no, not Munich. Frankfurt, not showing Frankfurt either. Seattle, no. I need 3 more. Lome, Rome, no and no. JFK, Athens, no. I need 1 U.S. city. I need 1 city in South Africa. And I need 1 city in Qatar in the Mideast. Those are the cities I need. And the Qatar city, because of the A380, they can do it, and the A350 Super Extender, they can do this. Looking for a Honolulu? No, not Honolulu, but Honolulu is Oceania. So you can fly Honolulu to Asia, and you fly Honolulu to North America, but I don't know if you can get to South America for Honolulu. I don't know if there are any flights available. Europe, no, you can't do it. Johannesburg, yes. Johannesburg, South Africa. New York, Sao Paulo, Frankfurt, Cairo, Beijing, and Sydney, leaving us 2 cities to go. Auckland, Phoenix, Dallas, Denver, Cape Town, Johannesburg, Dallas, Salt Lake City, and Miami. Nope, the city I'm looking for is on the eastern end of the U.S., the eastern side of the United States, right in the middle, kind of, sort of in the middle range, a little higher than middle. It's not Philadelphia, but it's a bit south of there. And then the other city I need is in Qatar. What city can you fly in and out of in Qatar? They have an airline named after the country, Qatar Airways. What city is its home airport? Here we go, Bob Fan. Washington, D.C., Bruce, for the city in USA. Yes, sir. New York, Sao Paulo, Frankfurt, Dakar, Tokyo, and Honolulu from Washington, D.C. And Doha, James Townsend. Yes, sir. Doha in Qatar. You can find a New York, Sao Paulo, Frankfurt, Cairo, Bangkok, and Melbourne. All 6 continents. And there you have it. We've got that first quiz done and out of the way. Beautifully done by everybody. Thank you. Let's move on to quiz number 2. See how you guys do on this one. Let's move. Hang on a second here. I want to get this done. There we go. Here we go. All right. Now this, if you're older like me, you're going to have an easier time. If you're younger, well, you're going to learn something. How about that? Here we go. Here's the question coming up. It is the question about the Concorde. Can you tell me the cities that were served by the Concorde supersonic jet when it flew in the air from 1969 until about 2000 and 14, 15, about 4 or 5 years ago when they stopped flying the Concorde, whatever that year was. Name the places that had regularly scheduled service on the Concorde. Let's see what we've got here. People are coming in. Let me just see if I've got any coming through here. Paris, yes. Concorde had a home hub in Paris, and that cloud counted. And Delacroix, you give me 2 answers. I'm going to take the first answer only. You can only give me 1 answer at a time. New York City, correct. That was definitely city, 5,560 kilometers to North America, New York City. Regularly scheduled service and several flights a day. London, Bob Fan, London. Yes, London was the hub for British Airways and its Concorde. Air France had Paris as its hub, for its Concordes. Okay, let's see who's next here. Other than Paris, New York, Bob Fan, Washington, D.C. Yes, there was regularly scheduled Concorde service into Washington, D.C. Sally's giving me 3 answers. Only the first one counts. Only give me 1 at a time. Brittany and Tigger do Disney. What about Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Bruce? Did the Concorde ever regularly fly in out of there? No, did not. Sorry. New Orleans, nope. Raleigh, Durham, nope. New York, we did. Berlin, nope. Not regularly flying into Berlin. Richmond, Virginia, no. Let's see here. DC, we've got Atlanta. Was there regularly flying flights into Atlanta? No, there were not. Sydney, Australia. Bremnet is wondering, was Sydney, Australia? No, it was not. They did have flights in and out from time to time. I think once a year the plane would do around the world trips, that type of thing. I saw the first flight, says Ann Delacroix. James Townsend, New York City. Bob Fan, Cairo in Egypt. Not regular service, maybe once in a blue moon. Seattle, Brittany, no, Seattle was not on the regular route for Concorde jets. Frankfurt, Paul Bodden, wondering about Frankfurt. No, sir, Frankfurt was not too far inland. That's your big hint, folks. Stay on the coasts. Orlando, no, Orlando is not a regular scheduled service. Chicago, nope, not regularly scheduled service. Tokyo, not even Tokyo. They would have loved to have flights from Tokyo, but flying all the way over Europe to get to London, no can do. And New York, you still have to go over all of North America. You wouldn't be able to go fast enough. You'd lose the time. You'd have to slow the plane down too much. Johannesburg. Johannesburg was not a regular service. No. Las Vegas. No. Melbourne, Australia. Nope. Paris, we did. Frankfurt. No. It was amazing to see the plane flying over my place, New York. It was an incredible sight. Los Angeles, LAX. No, it was not a regular service. California rules. Nope. You couldn't get through that. Unbelievable. Frankfurt, no. Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires, nope. Johannesburg, no. Tokyo, no. Mexico City. Yes, Mexico City. You could fly Mexico City on the Concorde on a regular scheduled flight. Houston, Texas, no. Who else we got? I got to go to bed, Bruce. Have a good night. Thank you, Billy. You could take care. Shanghai in China, nope. You see these New York and DC. Singapore, Singapore, no. Yes, there was Singapore. There were flights to Singapore, 11,432 kilometers. That's a long distance. That's what, 9,000 miles, probably in 4 hours. Unbelievable. Today, in a regular plane, you're talking 13 hours. Unbelievable. Yeah, Singapore. Miami, no. Yes, actually, yes. Regularly scheduled service, Miami, 7,339 kilometers was definitely done. Bahrain, no. Rio de Janeiro, yes, 9,232 kilometers. Rio de Janeiro. Boston, no. Dublin, regularly scheduled, no. Toronto, yes. Toronto had supersonic service for a while. Regular scheduled, 5,723 miles. Captain's Table, Caracas, yes, 7,700 kilometers. Dallas, yes. Dallas Fort Worth had regularly scheduled Concorde service for a while, leaving us 3 to go. 1 in the Caribbean, 1 and 2 others. I'm not going to give them away here. I'm going to do what I can. Dallas, Dubai. The city I'm thinking of in the Caribbean is where you can start and end a cruise on with P&O Cruises. I did a video about 2 weeks ago about the P&O cruise ship, the Britannia. Do you remember the port that it was home porting out of? The island and the city that it was home porting out of. People were flying into this place from London on charter flights to get on the Britannia. Anybody know? Here we go. Barbados, Bridgetown. You got it. I can't fool you guys. Yeah. Bridgetown, Barbados had regularly scheduled Air France and British Airways supersonic jet service. Can you imagine going on a cruise from London or Paris and flying on a Concorde into Bridgetown, Bahamas, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, instead of 6 or 7 hours? Get on your cruise, go. After the cruise is over, get back on a supersonic Concorde, back to London, 3 hours, you're back. Oh, man. Wow, what a service that was. Unbelievable. That's the future, man. People are asking me about Dubai, Caracas. No, I'm going to have to give these others up because they're too difficult to get. We've got Santa Maria in the Azores. Why? I guess because of winter holidays from Britain south. It's kind of like the Caribbean of Europe, the Azores. And then Manama was the other country, the Middle East, Manama. And I can't tell you exactly where that is. Saudi Arabia something, Yemen something, I don't know something. But that does. The Concorde, we had 15 of them, and you guys have done extremely well with all of them. What a plane, what technology, what a shame they don't have a Concorde anymore. We don't have supersonic flight. Can you believe it? That's ridiculous. All this technology we have, we just don't have it anymore. Too bad. Okay, here's the next one. I'm going to ask you guys if you can tell me the hang on a second, just double check. Okay, I'm going to pop this question up right here. The longest flights from U.S. airports. I'm going to give you various airports. Tell me the longest flight you can take nonstop from some of these airports, okay? Here we go. The first one will be Atlanta. Tell me the 10 longest nonstop flights you can take from Atlanta. Just tell me the name of the city that you can go to from Atlanta. Masters Game says, I agree. Captain Stable says, we need to bring the Concorde back. Something like it. Brittany is thinking Johannesburg. Yes, that is the longest flight out of Atlanta, Georgia. Cape Town has been guessed. No direct flights to Cape Town. Brittany is thinking London, England. London is not one of the top 10 longest flights from Atlanta. Bob Fan is thinking Beijing. No, it's not qualifying. Sally Paulson, Sydney. They don't fly to Sydney from Atlanta nonstop. Paris, question mark. Not in the top 10. Tokyo. Yes, Tokyo Narita is number 4th longest flight. Who else have we got? We got Tokyo again. We've got Dubai. Yes, the 2nd longest flight out of Atlanta is Dubai. Singapore, Susan R. Nope, Singapore, you can't fly from Atlanta to Singapore nonstop. Rio de Janeiro, yes, the 10th longest flight out of Atlanta is Rio. Doha, question mark. No, not Doha. Hi. Nope. Let's go Sydney, Australia. We've tried already. Hawaii. Any Hawaii spot? Not in top 10. I'm looking for basically 1, 2, 3 European cities at least. African city and city in Asia. The Ukraine, Auckland, Manama is Bahrain. Thank you, Noah, so much for that. Thank you. Vietnam. No, Vietnam is no good. Neither is Hawaii or Ukraine from Atlanta. I've got Lagos, just so you know. I've got Seoul, South Korea. Now I've got some European cities. Cairo, Egypt? No. Dublin? No. Berlin in Germany? No. Seoul, we got it. Thank you. Paris, we've done. Hamburg, we've tried. We've not tried. I've not got Hamburg. I'm sorry. Hamburg does not count. Moscow, no, can't go to Moscow from Atlanta nonstop. Oslo, Norway, no. Thinking a Germany city, a Italian city, 2 Italian cities actually. Tokyo and Spain, España, no. I have a South American city as well that I'm also looking for, and then we'll give it up. Any more guesses? Munich, yes, you can go to Munich, Germany from Atlanta, non-stop. Rome, yes, Rome, Italy, non-stop. Dusseldorf, Venice, yes, Venice, non-stop. And the South American city is the last one, and Gaming Tech has it, Buenos Aires. That's the one. All right, now that does Atlanta. All right, let's finish with that. Give me the longest flight you can take from Los Angeles, non-stop flights from LA. What are the 10 longest flights from the West Coast, Los Angeles? All right, here we go. Waiting for the first guesses to come in. The 10 longest flights non-stop from LA. JC is thinking Berlin, Germany. If they offered it, it might be, but you can't get a non-stop flight to Berlin. LAA to SYD, Sydney, Australia. Yep, it's the 6th longest flight they have. There are longer than that, believe it or not. Auckland, New Zealand, non-stop. I do not have Auckland available. In Indonesia, people are asking Indonesia. I don't have a city in Indonesia here. Berlin, Sao Paulo, Brazil. From LAX, no. Rio from LAX, nope. Florence in Italy, no. Paris, France, not long enough, folks. Need longer than Paris. Moscow, nope, not Moscow. Johannesburg, Johannesburg from Los Angeles, not available. London, not long enough. The Philippines, that would be like Manila. Yep, it's the next longer, just a little longer than Sydney, Australia. Manila. Hungary, not long enough. Beijing in China, not in the top 10 for distance. Singapore, LA, Singapore. Singapore is not on this list. Doha. Doha, I don't show, but I do show 2 other cities right near Doha in the Mideast. To give you a hint out there, Dubai, yes, number 2, the 2nd longest flight you can take from LAX. Amsterdam, not even close. Beijing, no. India somewhere. Need cities. Rome, Florence, Hong Kong. Hong Kong, yes, a little longer than Manila is Hong Kong. Or I'm sorry, a little shorter. I'm sorry. The longest flight is, you've guessed so far, is Dubai. Then you've guessed Sydney, Manila, Hong Kong. That's the 7th, 8th longest flight. There are 2 more behind it, both in Asia or Oceania. Okay, moving on. Athens, Rio de Janeiro. No, Athens, no. Rio, no. Papati, no. Tokyo, not long enough to make this list. Because I think you go over that North Pole thing and you come down, so Tokyo is actually shorter. Tel Aviv in Israel, yes. Tel Aviv is longer than Sydney away, believe it or not. Singapore, Hong Kong, Bombay, or Mumbai in India. Doesn't matter, it doesn't work. What do we got here? Abu Dhabi, yes. Abu Dhabi is the number 1 flight. It's like, I don't know, 20 miles longer than Dubai, but it's the longest flight from LA. Abu Dhabi. Santiago, Chile. No, I have 3 left. I have a city in Saudi Arabia. I have 4 left. A city in Australia, 2 in Australia, and another one in China. That's what I got. Melbourne just came in. Yes, that's the 4th longest flight. Marshall Islands, Kuala Lumpur, Jeddah. Yes, number 3, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, nonstop from LA to Jeddah. That is the 3rd longest flight. Leaves me 2 to go. 1 in China, 1 in Australia. And we've got Sydney. We've done Sydney already. Perth we've done. Calcutta, no. Shanghai, that's not, it is China, but that's not the one I'm looking for. Sydney, no. And I'm going to give up China. It's Zhangzhou, which is not too far from Hong Kong. And in Australia, it is Brisbane, Australia. That is the 10th longest flight out of Los Angeles. All right, let's see one more time here. How about Miami? For all my Floridians out there, all you folks from beautiful Florida, what are the 10 longest flights you can fly out of Miami on nonstop? What cities can you go to out of Miami nonstop, the 10 longest? Alrighty, here we go. Waiting for Miami, the 10 longest flights. Brittany, wondering about Rio de Janeiro. Nope, cannot fly nonstop to Rio, unfortunately. Miami to Munich. Miami to Munich. Nope, can't do it. It's not on this list. Where am I here? Sorry. Riyadh. James Townsend is wondering about Riyadh. Miami to Riyadh. No flights showing here. To London. London is not on the top 10 longest flights. But there are other European cities, to give you a hint. Sydney, Australia. Cannot fly Sydney nonstop from Miami. Too far. Paris. Not showing on this list. Rome in Italia. Yes. The 4th longest flight nonstop is Rome from Miami. Melbourne, Australia. No can do. Frankfurt is the 5th, 6th, 7th longest flight from Miami. Milan, the 5th longest flight. Athens in Greece. I don't show it here as a nonstop flight. Fitzroy is thinking the Soviet Union. Give me some cities. Let's see what we can do. Hawaii, give me cities. Tel Aviv in Israel, not showing on this list. Miami, Cape Town, Johannesburg, anything like that? Nope, can't fly there from South Africa from Miami. Berlin, no. Moscow, question mark. Yes, you can fly Moscow. There are 2. The 2 airports in Moscow are the 2nd and 3rd longest flights. There's 1 ahead of Moscow. Tel Aviv, Beijing, Amsterdam, not far enough. Zurich, nope. Yes. Number 6, 6th longest flight nonstop to Zurich from Miami. Stockholm, Sweden, not available. Zurich, we have Honolulu, no can do. Jeddah, not showing Jeddah. Tokyo, can't do it. London, Frankfurt, we've done. Give me another German city, though. There's another one. There are 1, 2, 3 more European cities. 1 in Germany, 1 in Spain, 1 in Belgium, and I'm looking for a city in the Mideast. Those are the 4 I need. The longest flight is to a city in the Mideast, and Dubai is not the city. What's another one over there near Dubai? Anybody got a guess? Frankfurt, Addis Ababa, Munich, Dusseldorf. Yes, you can fly Dusseldorf nonstop, 8th longest. Vigo, Madrid, Dubai, Madrid, Doha. It is Doha. That's the longest flight from Miami. Doha leaves me 1 in Spain, 1 in Belgium, Barcelona. Yes, the Spanish city of Barcelona, 9th longest flight. 1 more city in Europe, in I believe it's Belgium. I don't think it's the Netherlands. I think it's Belgium. It starts with a B. It's not Bruges. What's the city? The EU Parliament is, I believe, located in this city. And Bob Fan, you have it. It's Brussels. Thank you very much. That's the 10th longest flight and last one I needed from Miami. Those are great answers, guys. Good cruise. Good quiz. Okay, let's move on to the last one of the night. This one should be fun. I still see, how many of you here? About 43 of you still here or so. This shouldn't take you too long. I am looking for the names of movies, and let me tell you I'll give you a quote from the movie. Tell me what movie these quotes are from. All right, movie quotes. All right, let me get this banner up right here. Famous movie quotes. Tell me the name of the movie. Here we go. Is there a reason you don't do a trivia twice a week? I used to do it 3 times a week. I used to do it Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and Saturdays. But I found that I used to do 6 days a week of live shows, and I was exhausted. And it's just too hard. It's just too hard. It's fun. It really is. But I work for a while to get these, and then I get them all set up, and then I give them to you. And once a week now is all I got left. I need time for researching my cruise ship stories, but it's a lot of fun, and I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you enjoy it. It's a lot of work, says JC. That's right. It's a lot of work. All right, here we go. Famous movie quotes. Here we go. All right. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer. What movie is that from? The next one is You're Gonna Need a Bigger Boat. The next one is I See Dead People. And the next one, I'm as mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. What are the names of those movies to start with? And let's see what we can do. Let's see. Jaws. JC saying we're going to need a bigger boat. That's Jaws. You got that right. Going to need a bigger boat. 60 cents. It's 6th Sense. That's correct. The 6th Sense is I See Dead People. Let's see here. Poltergeist. No. Keith Rashko Network. That is correct, sir. I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore. The film Network. The lead actor that won the Oscar for that movie, died between the release of the movie and the award show. He never got to handle the Oscar. He had died of a heart attack before. Brilliant actor. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. All right, I still need the first one. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer. I'm going to try to impersonate the individual that said that line, the way he said that line, kind of. And let's see if you get it, all right? Because I don't see anybody who's got it yet. Peter Finch is the name of the actor from Network. Thank you. Beautifully done. Okay. If I'm back, okay. Are you ready? Okay. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer. That's my lame attempt at trying to tell you who that was. Pet Detective, Ace Ventura. That's right. Ace Ventura. Pet Detective. I do what I can. All right, here we go with some more quotes. Some more movie quotes. What movie is this from? Here we go. Laugh, and the world laughs with you. Sneeze, and it's Goodbye Seattle. What movie was that from? Let's see. If someone asks if you're a god, just say yes. What movie was that from? Here's another one. Game over, man. Game over. What movie is that line from? Second prize is a set of steak knives. Third prize, you're fired. What's the name of that movie? All right, let's see what we got here. Great Jim Carrey, Bruce says Debbie. Brendan liked it too. JC, Ghostbusters. That's right. If someone asks us if you're a god, just say yes. Ghostbusters. Aliens. Yes. Game over, man. Game over. Yeah, Aliens. Who else we got? Rick and Ralph, laugh out loud. Sleeping in Seattle. Nope, not Sleeping in Seattle. Here's that first one. Laugh and the world laughs with you. Sneeze and it's Goodbye Seattle. What is the name of that movie? Hint, was shot in Canada in Nelson, British Columbia. And it starred a whole bunch of actors that were comics in original entertainment. They were stand-up comedians originally and were comic actors. What is the name of the movie? It's not Sleeping in Seattle. Nope. The word Seattle is not in the title. Terry Gallant, you got it, buddy. Glenn Ross. Second prize is a set of steak knives. Third prize is you're fired. First prize, an Eldorado Cadillac. Yeah, that's right. Cadillac Eldorado, first prize. Second prize, set of steak knives. Third prize, you're fired. There were 4 salesmen in the room. Oh, Ray, if someone asks if you're a god, just say yes. That's a classic line. I agree. BC, you got it. Roxanne with Steve Martin and that long nose of his. Yep, the line, laugh and the world laughs with you. Sneeze and it's goodbye Seattle. That is Roxanne with his long nose. Ciriano de Bergerac kind of a takeoff. All righty, City Slickers, Ghostbusters. All right, those are the first batch. I'll give you some more. What are the names of these movies? All right, here we go. That's a negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. What's the name of that movie? You talking to me? Are you talking to me? What's the name of that movie? That's a classic line. Here's looking at you, kid. What's the name of that movie? And just what do you think you're doing, Dave? Just what you think you're doing, Dave. What are the names of these movies? Top Gun coming in like crazy. Yeah, Top Gun. That's a negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. Master's Game. Taxi Driver. Yes. You talking to me? Are you talking to me? Top Gun. Been to Nelson, BC, says James Townsend. All right, who's the next one here? Here's looking at you, kid. And the next one, just what do you think you're doing, Dave? Taxi Driver, correct. I need two more quotes. Here's looking at you, kid. And just what do you think you're doing, Dave? Casablanca, correct. It's Casablanca. Here's looking at you, kid. And one more. I'll do the last one in the voice, if I can, of the from the movie. Okay, I'll try and do the impersonation. Here we go. Just what do you think you're doing, Dave? The answers are here. 2001 Space Odyssey. It's the computer. It's Hal. Hal talking to Dave. Dave, what are you doing, Dave? Dave, I'm sure we can work this out, Dave. I'm sure we can figure out a solution to this problem, Dave. Okay, those are all of them but three. I got three to go. Here they come. The last three movie quotes, okay? What is the name of this movie? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. What is the name of that classic movie? Oh, he was a little guy. Kind of funny looking. What movie is that from? And the last one, I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum. Ooh, what movie is that from? Last three to go. What are they? Here we go. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Oh, he was a little guy, kind of funny looking. And I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum. What are the names of these movies? Here we go. Gone with the Wind. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. And Fargo, Debbie Emanuel, yes. He was a little guy, kind of funny looking. What about the other guy? He was also kind of funny looking. That's right, Fargo. And the last movie, On the Waterfront. Bob Fan, thank you. You got it. On the Waterfront with the incredible actor who did The Godfather. And at the moment, I'm blanking. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum. Marlon Brando. That's right, Marlon Brando. Streetcar Named Desire, says Keith. No, it was On the Waterfront. There you go. That's the quiz. Those are all the quizzes tonight. The movie quotes did us in here. Fun movie quotes. And I hope you had a good time. I enjoyed it. I'm a little tired right now, but that's all good. Thank you for being here tonight, hanging out with me. Thank you for all your support. Consider becoming a sponsor member of this channel and hang out with me every Monday at 7 in the evening, from 7 to 8, 1 hour before this show. And then joining me 8 beyond. Love to have more subscribers, sponsor members, special surprises coming for sponsor members down the road. Again, thank you all for a pleasant evening and a pleasant chat. I really enjoyed having you all here with me tonight. I hope all of you have a pleasant evening, a good week. Keep your eye open on my channel for upcoming videos. We'll just keep them coming. Keep you posted on what's going on in the cruise ship world. And we'll see all of you next week, I hope, on this show. And I appreciate, again, all of your comments and thumbs ups and subscriptions. Okay, guys, there it is. I'm out of here. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Take it easy. We'll see you later. Bye for now.